Hello Empire, and happy Labor Day. Today on the show we talk about douchebags and Kanye West. And of course by that I mean we talk about Kanye West. A lot. I didn't have enough funny comments for comment time again today. So if you haven't heard, Kanye West went a little bit crazy over Twitter. And don't feel bad if you didn't hear about it, I don't follow him either. I'm kinda scared about tweet overload syndrome. So he went on a tweeting spree, which really isn't any different than any other day. Except that he talked a lot about himself. Which really isn't any different than any other day. But at the same time, he was trying to say sorry to someone else, while talking a lot about himself, like any other day. So now that I think about it, it was only somewhat different than any other day for Kanye West. So the big thing that went down on Saturday is that he went on a rant on Twitter, for an hour and 45 minutes straight. I started to count how many tweets there were, then I got bored. As you can tell, I get kinda bored and distracted really hate butterfly. So in this time on Twitter, he said a lot of things. I'd like to read a few of them to you. Man, I love Twitter. I've always been at the mercy of the press, but no more. The media has tried to demonize me. They wanted y'all to believe I was a monster in real life so you guys wouldn't listen or buy my music anymore. No, you kinda just act like a douchebag in real life. Media has nothing to do with that. Even now, a lot of articles start the first 2 paragraphs about how much of an a-hole I am. At least he knows. Some people's truth is Kanye West is racist. It's not my truth, but I do believe it's my karma. Walk with me. Walking! With the help of strong will, a lack of empathy, a little alcohol, and extreme distasteful and bad timing, I became George Bush overnight. Alright, now that's funny. Remember in Anchorman when Ron Burgundy cursed on air and the entire city turned on him? But this wasn't a joke. This was and is my real life. I was chilling with this white girl having a conversation and she cut me off and said, "Hold up, I thought you didn't like us." If you Google a-hole, my face may very well pop up 2 pages into the search. Sadly, I looked it up and that's not the case. She had nothing to do with my issues with award shows. She had no idea what hit her. She's just a little girl with dreams like the rest of us. I'm ready to get out of my way. The ego is overdone. It's like hoodies. Screw you, Kanye. It's not about race, America. No one in our position ever stands up and says anything anymore. Who's seen the play Wicked? I've seen it 4 times. Other than loving the music, acting, and costumes, it's my story. The Wicked Witch of the West is basically so convicted to tell her truth. When she does, she's outcasted by society and turned wicked. With newfound humility, who am I to run on stage? I would never again in a million years do that. Sorry to let you down. Heard it before, just saying. It is distasteful to cut people off as a general rule. What's the point of dressing tastefully if I'm going to act completely opposite? Alright, giving a genuine piece of wisdom while also complimenting yourself. I'll go with that. Yes, I was that guy. A 32-year-old child. Why was it made into such a race issue? Taylor loves rap music. I love country music. I wish I could talk to every hater face to face and change their opinion of me one conversation at a time. It starts with this. I'm sorry, Taylor. So yes, a year later, Kanye West is still apologizing. By the way, have you ever noticed he's only following 2 people? Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber. Kinda weird, dude. Just saying. There were many more tweets tweeted, but you can check those out on your own time. First thing I have to say is, holy crap, that's why they limit you to 140 characters. That's what a blog's for. Alright, I've got to give this man some respect for coming out and doing all this. But it's a little less heartfelt considering that it's a year later. He's only apologizing after realizing that his record sales are still down, and people are still talking about it. So Kanye, I'm sure you'll never see this, but I'm going to talk to you for a second anyway. People don't think you're an a-hole or a douchebag because you interrupted Taylor Swift at some award show. Although I'm sure that helped. They think it because that's exactly the way you act. You're arrogant, hard-headed, conceited, cocky, and irrational. That's just how you portray yourself. Not meant to be insulting, it's just a heads up. People can only stand someone talking about how awesome they are for so long. It's kind of entertaining at first, but grows annoying really fast. Some people love it, but a lot of people hate it. And talking to Kanye, I really think it's great that he's trying to change his ways and be different than he has been in the past. But first of all, changing public opinion is hard to do, so good luck. The only way that he's gonna prove that he's really a different person, to me at least, is to really show it. But let's be honest, the whole Taylor Swift thing wasn't the first time he pulled a stunt like that and then apologized for it later. There was that time in the 2006 MTV Europe Awards. Then there was that whole George Bush hates black people thing. He said many times in the past that he hasn't won awards because of race. So I'm wondering why he's surprised when people bring up race now. I'm just saying that I have a hard time believing he would have even apologized at all if people hadn't made such a big deal out of it. I really think his heart's in the right place now, but until he stops acting like a douchebag, I'm still gonna think he's a douchebag. And I would wager that most people feel the same way. So good job, Kanye, on taking a step in the right direction. I commend you for that. But at this point, you gotta prove it to me. In the end, come on man, you're freaking Kanye West. You have plenty of devoted fans that love your music. You make tons of money and have a great career. So hearing you whine about stuff, it's just kinda hard to feel sorry for you. And that's all I have to say about that. Comment question. What's the most ridiculous Kanye West-like quote you've ever heard? We all know somebody that acts like that. What have you heard that makes you just go, ugh? Cliche YouTube phrase. Comment? Rate? Hey yo Jay, I'm really happy for you and I'm gonna let you finish. But Philip DeFranco has one of the best outro sayings of all time. Subscribe.